We all have saved references on Pinterest, right? And we also just leave those references to gather dust instead of actually drawing them, right? It's not just me. Hi, hello, my name is Feedy, and thank you for stopping by on this video. So, I have a problem. In my Pinterest board, I have thousands of saved references, but I never actually use them. I always think to myself that I can draw something later when I get inspired. Then I proceed to just doom scroll on social media. But this time, it's going to be different. In this video, I'm going to pick one reference from my saved pins and then draw a full illustration inspired by it. I have a few boards for art references. One's for poses, clothes, environments, stuff like that. This board in particular is where I go to get those creative juices flowing. This is my drawing inspiration board. Yes, it's very unorganized. After scrounging up from my big pile of references, I found it. As soon as I saw this reference, I was immediately inspired. My mind went straight to fairies. I imagined a fairy picking up a huge strawberry in a garden. Yup, this is the one. Now let's start drawing. Start off, I drew the silhouette of the pose. It kind of looks like a caveman drawing right now, but this actually helps a lot. It's always such an intimidating feeling to start a drawing, especially if it's hard to figure out the anatomy of the pose. Sketching out the general silhouette of it all helps a lot in taking out that fear of the blank canvas for me. Imagine if I just stopped here and said that the drawing was done. Here's the final result, everyone. Thank you guys for watching this video. Anyway, after blocking out the silhouette, I started drawing the rough sketch. I was so eager to get my vision out onto the canvas that I didn't care if there was any anatomy mistakes or if the illustration looked messy. It was just a rough sketch after all, so I thought, yeah, I can fix it later. Please don't copy me. This is a very bad habit. You should at least draw the anatomy correctly so you don't have to backtrack later on in the process. I felt like the illustration would feel really empty if I just left it as a white background. So I tried out the idea of adding a garden environment. My first try at drawing this was pretty reminiscent of my drawings of nature when I was a kid. It looked very rough. So I looked for references on Pinterest and restarted. And this is how the rough sketch ended up looking like. It's very messy, but you can see the vision now, right? Onto the line art. During the line art process, I kept flipping and adjusting the arms because I was wondering why the arm felt so off. And then I realized that the arms were so damn long. How did I not notice that she looked like Slender Man? This is what I was talking about when I said that you should always correct your anatomy during the rough sketch. I could have avoided this entirely if I just fixed it earlier. But I have not learned my lesson, and I will continue to make this mistake again in the future. There are a few people asking what brushes I use, and I thought I should show you guys. So I only have one main brush. I use the alcohol marker brush, which is a default brush you can find on Procreate. I use it for sketching, line art, rendering. I use it for mostly everything. The other brushes I use are just toppings, so to speak. They're kind of just the extra details or the cherry on top for my illustrations. Here are the ones I use regularly for my illustrations. Back then, I had a bunch of different brushes. I had one for sketching, another one for line art, then another for coloring. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I just got overwhelmed with all the choices. So I decided to stick to one I really like. The other brushes are the 10% I use to add some texture and flavor to my illustrations, while the other 90% is just the alcohol marker brush. While drawing this, it reminded me of the 2000s Barbie and Tinkerbell movies. When I was a kid, I would watch those movies and admire how pretty the wings are, and I thought that the world that the fairies live in was so cute. It brought back memories of childhood me drawing fairies inspired by those movies. I'm drawing my persona for this illustration because I want to live out my childhood dream of becoming a fairy. I feel like it's such a waste to just spend my time doom scrolling instead of being creative. Most of the time, I have been wasting my days just mindlessly scrolling, and I felt empty when I realized I did nothing the whole day. People always say that we should create more than we consume, but I haven't really done that. I usually think to myself that I can draw when I'm motivated enough to do so, but the time never really comes. So, this is my way of pushing myself to chip away at the thousands of art references I've saved up over the years. I don't want to look back at how I've spent my time and just see a 10 plus hour screen time. I want to look back and see all of my creative artworks. Drawing the background was the hardest part. I crashed out so many times trying to get it right. My first attempts were not great. I felt like I was straying away from my mood board too much, and I wasn't achieving the right vibe I was aiming for. So I stepped away from my drawing and went back to it the next day. My childhood self could only dream of drawing like this back then, and now I feel like I've fulfilled her dream. I can't believe that I turned that reference into what you're seeing right now. I don't know, I just saw a vision, and it definitely turned out better than I imagined. And now we're finished! This goes to show how one reference can bring out all this creativity in you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe it inspires you to scrounge up an art reference from your own saved pile as well. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye!